everyone, it's Emily Fox. Today's video is going to be all about the makeup and skincare bits I've been accumulating in the last couple of weeks. So basically things I got from Ulta, Walmart, and then a few more things online. So let's get to it. I'm not sure how the lighting and the camera and sound and everything will be. I'm leaving tomorrow for vacation and my camera died and I've been trying to get it repaired for like 2 weeks and then they like accidentally removed all the settings that I had on the camera, so I'm really trying my best. I'm a little stressed right now, so let's focus on the good stuff, the good makeup, and hopefully everything looks decent. I think the only thing I repurchased was this. This is the Physician Formula Butter Bronzer in Light Bronzer. You might not remember, but a little accident happened to this one. If you haven't seen it, I'll link. I did a video, like a fun tag video, and this bronzer literally threw itself out of my hands. I swear, I didn't do it, it did it to itself. And I don't know why I still have this, probably because I'm a little sad about it. I actually really like the bronzers from Physician Formula. They are expensive for Drugstore, just gonna throw it out there, but they're so good and absolutely recommend them. So many of them have a nice finely milled formula, and this one and the other one in the brown packaging are matte, which again can be so difficult to find drugstore wise. Actually, if you have any favorite drugstore bronzers that are not too dark, that are easy blendable, and that are matte, let me know. I need more in my life. It's like one of those things that I feel like I have to buy high-end, except for these ones. Although this is almost like 15-20 bucks, it's pretty much high-end. But yeah, I needed to have it back in my life. It smells like coconut. I'm one of those weird people that are not a fan of coconut, but I don't hate it. I feel like it's growing a little bit on me, and this one is just such a nice light bronzer. It's probably the closest thing I have found to the Too Faced Milk Chocolate Bronzer that I love. And as you can see, it's a light bronzer. Actually, do I have the Too Faced one? Yeah, because I'm wearing it today. Wow, that lighting. I swear it's like, it keeps changing. I think it's on the setting that it changes automatically and I need to fix that. But let me compare it to the Too Faced Milk Chocolate Bronzer, which, have you seen this? I've hit pan. This is the never-ending bronzer, like never-ending. If you want something that is worth your money, totally recommend it. I do feel like the Too Faced one is on the bottom. It's a little bit more yellow, less orangey, but I don't find the Physician Formula bronzer orangey at all on me, and I do have like neutral to cool tone, so I feel like I'm kind of sensitive to the whole orange look. It's just not a fan. So this is great bronzer from Drugstore. I needed to have it back in my life, even though it is on the pricey side, but it's just so good. But it's still definitely the closest thing I have found to the Too Faced one. I did get a few newer products, including the Makeup Revolution. This is the Conceal and Define Full Coverage Foundation. I got the shade F4, which online seemed to be the better match for me. Can we just all agree right now that the person that decided that this was going to be a thing just sucked? Like, why? I don't want my foundation to have those huge doe foot applicator. It's just not a thing I want to become a thing. And apparently it is, because the other foundation I got also has that, and I don't understand it. Like I said, I bought it online, so I wasn't sure which shade was going to be the best for me. And like I said, I have a cool to neutral undertone, and I feel like this is a bit on the pink side, but it might oxidize a little bit, and hopefully it matches me perfectly. But I prefer something that is a bit pink than a bit yellow on me, so this should be okay. And hopefully the foundation formula is good. I will probably include this in like a full face of first impression or something as soon as I can, because I have a few things I'm really excited to try, including this highlighter. This is the Maybelline Master Chrome Metallic Highlighter in the shade 250, which is the one that was done in collaboration with NikkieTutorials, I believe. And I had been waiting for a more wearable shade of this highlighter, which, let me try to open this. I tried to open a bunch of stuff before the video. That's why my nails look absolutely horrible, so don't check them out. But this seems to be a color that will actually work for me. I feel like the white one is like a completely different formula than the other ones, and then the rose gold one is my favorite so far, but it is still pretty dark for me. And this seems to be the perfect like kind of light champagne color. Swatch this. This is so beautiful. Hopefully, yeah, you can see that. How intense is this? These highlighters are incredibly bright, but I just really like them. So I will also include this most likely in a like first impression video. God, there's so much tape on this thing. So yeah, I'm very excited to put this to the test too. One product that I actually did test, and I kind of mentioned foundation. I feel like I've heard quite a few people mentioned it at first and then not so much. This is the Physician Formula, the Healthy Foundation. I got 2 shades because, again, I got these online. I feel like I could never see it anywhere near me. So I got the shade LC1 and LN4. I'm gonna say it, this range of color is quite light, which I guess is good if you're always struggling to find a light shade. Actually, I didn't check how dark it gets, but overall, I feel like this is a big improvement for Physician Formula. I feel like usually they had like 2 shades or something. And yeah, I'm impressed by the foundation. I've been wearing the LN4. It's a bit light for me for the summer, but summer's ending, so it doesn't really matter. And okay, fixed. It's also one of those foundation with a doe foot applicator. I have been liking the foundation. I feel like it's a very natural finish, still kind of medium coverage, and again, just overall been enjoying it. Doesn't emphasize my dry patches, doesn't make my face more oily or anything. But the doe foot applicator is just such a biatch to work with. Like, having to dip back in there and just like rub it all over my face, it's annoying. Like, why don't you just put a pump? I really don't understand it. I really hope they actually change that, because I do like it, I do recommend it, but it's kind of hard to do so with that applicator. So yeah, I'm probably going to be enjoying it during the winter, and if I like it enough, even though it has that packaging, I would probably get a darker shade for next summer. Maybe if I can, like, has anyone tried to like decant it into like a pump? Because I know you can buy like little pump packaging on like Amazon or something, so maybe, but I feel like it's way too much trouble for a foundation. Like, if I'm gonna spend that amount of money on a foundation from Drugstore, I expect it to be usable, you know what I mean? This one I got because of all of you. If you haven't seen it, I did a video sharing the best drugstore foundation, the best drugstore highlighters from the ones I've tried. I tried to like limit it to like a top 5 or 6, which ended up being 6. So I'll link it also if I remember. But I asked at the end which ones were your favorite and which one you thought I needed to get, and everyone pretty much said this one by Wet n Wild. This is the Mega Glow Highlighting Powder in Precious Petal, and I don't understand why I hadn't picked this up. I feel like they keep coming out with limited edition ones, which I'm so over limited edition products. I don't know about you, but like, stop it. Just bring out consistently good, permanent products that won't disappear from the shelves in like 5 minutes. It's just so annoying, but yeah, everyone has been mentioning this one, so I wanted to get it, obviously. It is a nice, peachy, glowy highlighter, this one. I feel like it might be a bit dark for me for the winter, but I will be testing it, hopefully, right now before I get too light. And it might be like a blush topper, even though it's one of those things that I decided I would not buy again. But it was really pretty. I needed to get it. And hopefully they do have a lighter shade than that. Everyone loved that one, so I wanted to give it a shot. One thing I've had for a while, and I've been wearing them during the summer, but I just haven't included them, I believe, in any videos. Those are the new L'Oreal Paradise Enchanted Scented Blushes. I'm currently wearing the lighter one, which is 190 Bashful, which actually I could apply a bit more. It's a really nice light peachy shade. It's super wearable. I would say it's kind of matte, but maybe like satiny finish is better description. And it applies really nicely on the skin, it wears nicely, and it smells, I don't feel like it smells straight up like peaches, to be honest. It's more like kind of tropical fruit, maybe. But yeah, it's just a nice blush, and I feel like I haven't tried that many blushes from Drugstore. I feel like, again, it's one of those things I've been spending the money on just because I feel like a few years ago, every time I would buy one, it wouldn't stay on my skin all day long, but this one is really, really nice. Love that shade. And I've also been liking the other one, which is 191 Fantastical. This one is definitely brighter and like kind of fun color for the summer. I could definitely see this looking amazing on more like tan skin tones, but personally I have to be somewhat careful with it, but still a nice scented blush. I got a backup of the Real Technique Sponge Miracle Coverage Damp or Dry. Does anyone actually use their sponge dry? I guess for powder, but even then I kind of use it wet. Yeah, I just haven't had one in forever, so I decided to grab another one. Although right now I've been enjoying the Quo one. It's a Canadian brand, and I've been using this one, and I like it. It's really, really nice. One thing I kind of regret buying, slash I haven't even tried it on, but the color is so different from online, and it is the Model's Own Semi-Matte Lipstick in the color 02 For Real, and this is so white base. I still want to test the formula to see if it's worth it, but this is so not a color I expected. It's like incredibly white base, like Barbie pink, and like it already, oh, maybe not. Okay, I was able to like shove it back in there, but it like fell off instantly. So yeah, I might look at the other colors, but I'm gonna have to like put it on and see if it wears nicely, but this color is just not my color. I really like the LA Girl lip liners, and I got another one. It did kind of break a little bit, but this is the color. It's a nice nude shade. This one is called Forever Bear, and I feel like they have really nice shades in general, like quite a few like nice nudes. And this is what that one looks like. It's kind of a peachy nude color. It's not overly dark. I've noticed that I'm struggling to find lip liners that are not straight up dark on me, and again, that range, they have like 1 or 2 shades that seem to work really well. I feel like it kind of reminds me a bit of what I'm wearing right now. I'm wearing the Rimmel Exaggerate lip liner in Natural. Actually, let me compare them. The Rimmel one is definitely more brown. It's on the bottom, as you can see. That's the one I'm wearing right now with the Maybelline lipstick in Stormy Sahara. So I feel like it's a very nice warm lipstick. So this one is definitely peachier. I'm going to be having a lot of fun using this one. I really like the nude ones. I don't remember the name. It's a bit more mauvey. Definitely recommend these. They're really great for the price, especially. I didn't realize how many blushes I got, but I do have a slight obsession with them. I feel like they don't get enough love on YouTube, and I wanted to test out more drugstore ones because, like I said, I feel like it's one of those things I don't own that many. I do really like the Essence ones, for example, or the Wet n Wild ones, but Burt's Bees came out with some, so I needed to get them for myself and test them. I have to say the packaging is very, very light, kind of plasticky, but it doesn't feel like bad, but it reminds me a bit of like Polly Pockets or something. So the first shade I have is Toasted Cinnamon. It's definitely the most bronzy ones. I'm sure you can see it, but there's the little pattern of the honey comb, and this one is definitely almost a bronzer shade on me, but this would definitely look gorgeous on deeper skin tones. And then my favorite one so far is a Bare Peach, which, shocking, a peach color, as you can see. And then the last one is Shy Pink, and it is a light cool tone pink. This color is definitely going to work well for winter. One thing I haven't tried yet is the Flower Beauty Light Illusion Full Coverage Concealer. I got the shade L34. I haven't tried a lot of stuff from Flower Beauty. What are your favorite things? I feel like I've heard people rave about their blushes and their foundation. What's your opinion? Ooh, it has a nice doe foot applicator. Ooh, it's a bit dark. That one. I mean, I'm gonna be able to test it right now and I'll be able to decide how I feel about it before the winter, but I might need to self-tan to be able to actually use it. It's kind of yellow, to be honest. I got 3 different brow products because that's another thing. I feel like I used the Benefit one or the Anastasia one, and it's pretty much it. I have been like not trying anything else. I feel like sometimes you get like really comfortable with a product and then you just stop trying anything new. But I wanted to put to the test. I have the Covergirl one in Rich Brown. This is the Ultra Fine Brow Pencil. That one is surprisingly dark, to be honest, but it's definitely cool tone. I feel like that's another thing that can be really difficult to find, like cool tone brow products. I like the Micro Brow Pencil from NYX, but they also came out with these ones semi-recently, I believe. Those are the Eyebrow Powder Pencil. I got the shade Hash Brown, and it's one of those just normal back in the day pencil ones. And this one is slightly warmer, but it's also a bit creamier. I do feel like I'm gonna like this, although I will have to keep sharpening it. But I remember really liking one like this from Anastasia Beverly Hills, so I'm hoping it's gonna be similar to it. And then last but not least, it's from LA Girl, which I've been super impressed with LA Girl products, to be honest. Like, they're really affordable, but they seem to really be working for me, although it's impossible to open. This one is the Shady Slim Pencil, Brow Pencil, in the shade Brunette. And let me swatch it to compare. It might be just right. You know how it's like just a little dark, just a little warm, maybe just right. So hopefully the formula works well. It definitely seems on the dry side, but that can work really nicely on your brows. And I like that every single one of them has a little spoolie on the end because every brow product needs those. So I'm going to be putting those to the test, and hopefully I'll be able to do like a best eyebrow products from Drugstore. I definitely like some of them, like the, there you go, the Essence brow gel and everything, but I haven't tried that many pencils, so again, let me know your favorite ones. I definitely want to know. A few more makeup products, and then I want to share with you the things I got from The Ordinary. So actually all of these are from LA Girl. I've been telling you, they've been working for me. I've been raving about their Just Blushing blushes for a while now. I absolutely love them, and I wanted to get the other shades that they have. These ones are actually shimmery. I own all the wearable shades that are matte, but I wanted to test these ones too. So the first one is shimmery light peach. It kind of reminds me a bit of like NARS Luster. I will have to actually compare them, but this one is the color Just Glowing, and it's absolutely beautiful. And again, really look like NARS Luster to me. The other one I got online, and let's be real, it's way more glittery than expected, like way. I don't know with this lighting. Oh, see, even with the lighting being horrible right now, you can tell that it's like a glitter bomb. I haven't swatched it yet. I'm very oh, it seems like it might be an overlay. I hope so. Because damn, this is intense. It kind of reminds me, if we keep going with NARS, like Super Orgasm maybe? It's actually really nice color-wise, but yeah, I'm hoping, maybe you can tell, probably not, but it seems to be mostly an overlay, so we'll have to like rub off all the glitter and see what the texture looks like underneath, but it doesn't seem that bad once it's swatched, so fingers crossed it works out okay. And last but not least from them, I got these eyeshadow palette. This is the Eyelux Mesmerizing palette in Eternalize. And I was really curious to see if the formula for the eyeshadow was as good as the blushes. So actually, let me swatch a couple, although I have so much glitter now on my hands. I'm very hopeful here. Okay, they seem to be pigmented. Let me try. Okay, this is really difficult with the pinky, but it doesn't seem to be bad. I do think that the shimmery ones seem to be better than the matte ones, but I'll have to test them on my eyes and see how I feel about them. But they had pretty colors, so again, fingers crossed these work. I don't know if you've heard about it, but Deciem, the brand that owns The Ordinary, there's been so much drama with the CEO, but he's been removed from his position, so I'm finally comfortable again to get some of their products. They're incredibly affordable. So I got like, well, technically 4 things from them, and then 1 thing from the other brand from Deciem also. So let's start with this one, which is a repurchase. This is The Ordinary Natural Moisturizing Factors plus HA. This is the like big version. I finished a smaller version, which was like 30 milliliters, and this one is like 100. This is a moisturizer. It's pretty thick. I have combination skin, but I get closed comedones. Like I block pores very easily. I used to have dry skin, and I fell in love with like thicker moisturizers, but my face can't stand them anymore, even though I love them. And this is as thick as I can go without having breakouts. The first couple times I used it, I was so unimpressed, but it really grew on me, and I've been missing it ever since, but I didn't want to repurchase it. But now I just did. So hopefully you can kind of tell the texture. But yeah, it's a fairly thick moisturizer, but it's not over the top. And by the way, like $7.70. So affordable. Anyway, yeah, it doesn't have any scent. It's moisturizing. It's kind of thick. I feel like the closest texture I could say, it's almost like, it's gonna sound bad, but like, you know how sunscreen you have to really blend it for it to not leave a white cast, or at least bad ones? And I feel like it's a little bit like that. I have to massage it a bit more than like the average moisturizer, but once I do, it really protects my skin overnight. I really like how it feels on my face, and my face seems to like it. So I'm really happy to have it back in my life, like I was saying. The other thing that was a repurchase is from the most expensive brand that they have also, which is Niod. And this is the multi-molecular hyaluronic complex. And I got the small size because they usually have really good sales during the holidays, like Black Friday and stuff. So I didn't want to splurge on big side, knowing that I will probably purchase it on sale in a few like weeks. So I decided to just get the mini size, which is 15 milliliters, but this was already, I think it was like $35, so it was really expensive. But like I said, I'm traveling, and I wanted to be able to bring a mini size of something and not have to travel with like huge bottle of serum. It's just basically hyaluronic acid, which is great to plump up the skin, moisturize it. Long story short, this one has different sizes of hyaluronic acid, and basically it goes like deeper and deeper into the skin to really plump up your skin, and it's absolutely magic. I have finished one in the past, and again, I didn't want to repurchase it until now. I'm very happy to have it back in my life, and I will be traveling with it. And then I got 3 products I hadn't tried yet. And again, all of these were like under $10. It's just, their products are so affordable. The first one is the 100% plant-derived squalane. Is that how you call it? It's a very, very dry oil. And like I said, I have combination skin, although I'm very dehydrated, and I feel like I can't apply oils much onto my skin, slash I don't really like the feel of oil on my face. I feel like I already produce oil. But again, this is super dry, and I feel like squalane is really good to mix with other products and just help the absorption into my skin. So I wanted to test this one and see how it works on me. Actually, maybe I can try to swatch it on my hand, even though it's oil. It's gonna be kind of hard to like show much, but you can see how lightweight it is. And it sinks into your skin very, very fast. It doesn't have a scent that I can notice, but I do have a really bad sense of smell. Then I have this one, which is the Retinol 0.2% in squalane. Again, squalane is just a very good like transportation product. But I've been wanting to get into retinol, and I wanted to try to start very, very low. It might be a bit too low to see much results, but I don't really have that much wrinkles or anything, and retinol is good, again, help with signs of aging, but it's also really good to like if you have any acne or acne scarring. So definitely make sure though to wear sunscreen the next day, because it makes you even more sensitive to sun, and you don't want to make things worse. And last but not least, I decided to try their Mandelic Acid 10% plus HA. I just had to come to terms with the fact that my face loves AHA, but it hates BHA, like hates it. Everyone is like, oh, it helps with my acne and everything. Not for me, it just breaks me out and irritates my skin really, really fast. I'm currently using the Cosrx AHA, and I've been testing their BHA, and again, I just had to accept the fact that it doesn't work for me. So I wanted to see how my skin would react to Mandelic Acid. I believe it's closer to AHA. I think it's also considered AHA. Correct me if I'm wrong, I haven't done my full research, but I've heard it's more gentle than BHA, even though this one is 10%, so it might not be that gentle, but I wanted to see how my skin would react to this one. And again, it's so affordable that it's worth the risk, even though, again, don't go too crazy with acids. So those are all the products I've been accumulating from the drugstore. Let me know if you have tried them and how you feel about them. Again, I really apologize for lighting everything in the video. I'm promising that as soon as I come back from my vacation, I will be filming a ton of videos and fix this. As always, I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to not miss any future videos. And I will be putting on the screen of the videos that I've done that I recommend you check out, including that little tag video that I was mentioning, the death of the Physician Formula bronzer. And I will be seeing you in the next video. Bye.